Anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim hate continues to grow,
A discussion whether it's safe for me to be on campus or whether I should come back home.
raising concerns for law enforcement across the United States. A local South Florida farm reopening just in time for the holidays,
I think it's nice that they're opening again.
after a family tragedy took place. And celebrating instead of scaring ghosts,
But everybody's very happy to participate and come in here and enjoy.
as a Mexican holiday honors those deceased. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Job Charles.
I'm Kelly Sanchez. Today is Wednesday, November 1st, 2023.
Live from the Lee Caplin School of Journalism and Media in North Miami, this is Caplin News.
As disturbing and worrying episodes of anti-Semitic and anti-Muslim hate take place in America, the FBI director issues a stark warning. He's telling the nation the war in the Middle East could inspire extremists in the U.S. to carry out more attacks against Americans.
It's all happening against a backdrop of Jewish students fearful on college campuses, with vandalism and violent rhetorics raising alarms from law enforcement.
A string of alarming hate incidents and a climate of fear emerging in America. A Virginia survivor of the Holocaust stunned.
When we said never again, it means never again, and we see it happening again.
Anti-Semitic threats, vandalism, and outbursts across the U.S. and now being reported. The FBI director and secretary of the Homeland Security both described new threats to the homeland since the latest war between Hamas and Israel began.
In the days and weeks since, we have responded to an increase.
There are certain nationwides that words may morph into violence.
A pilot is safe and sound this morning after a rescue in Broward County. Rescue crews were able to recover the stranded pilot from the water yesterday morning. The crash was near Max Fish Camp in the Everglades. The pilot was sitting on top of the wing of a small plane after it crashed and was reportedly the only one on the plane. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the incident.
A new plan in the works this morning to slash junk fees and make savings for retirement easier. The rule in which was announced by President Biden yesterday would change things for financial professionals. It would require them to direct all sales and advise to the best interests of their clients, not their own. Current regulations don't cover some transactions, including rolling over a 401k into an IRA, and then there's those fees.
Junk fees take real money out of pockets of Americans, and they add up to hundreds of dollars and weighing down family budgets and making it harder to pay the bills.
Pushback from the financial services industry is expected.
Long lines are once again forming for the holiday return of Southwest Miami-Dade's iconic cinnamon rolls. Caplin News reporter Virginia Tijerino shows us what makes this year's opening bittersweet.
Newsbreak Farm is back. Despite the heartbreaking loss of Newsbreak Farm owner, the annual reopening continues to bring devoted supporters year after year. Although this year might be a little different, the cinnamon rolls taste just as delicious.
The co-owner of the South Florida farm stand, Rachel Nas, died earlier this March after her son, Travis Griffith, allegedly beat her with a flashlight. Nonetheless, the popular farm officially opened its doors on Halloween and is set to close until mid-April. Customers shared their thoughts on how different this reopening feels from others.
I did hear about the passing, and I think it's nice that they're opening again. I think a lot of us were unsure if they were going to. So I think it's really, heartwarming that they're doing it again.
Customers remain positive and won't let the tragic news keep them from waiting in line for those tasty rolls.
Yes, honestly, the cinnamon rolls are like my favorite, and they're like different than any other cinnamon rolls, and especially I guess because it is family owned, so people tend to like home good baked goods and things like that. So yeah, I don't know, I just love them. I've loved them since I was a kid, and I used to live around here, and we still make the drive every day.
There's no doubt that this farm is special to the people in South Florida, and people will continue to enjoy these cinnamon rolls every year. I'm Virginia Tijerino from Caplin News.
The monorail at Walt Disney World is back in service this morning after an evacuation. Dozens of people had to be evacuated from a monorail that got stuck at the theme park in Orlando on yesterday morning. The monorail was halted near the Epcot parking lot, and according to fire officials, it was due to a flat tire. Officials mentioned that it took over an hour to rescue the 71 guests.
Both the United States Air Force and Space Force have increased the recruitment age limit. The new age limit for both enlisted and officer recruits is 42, 3 years older than what it was. The new decision is expected to bring in additional 50 recruiters per year. The change, according to the Air Force, is due to a lack of applicants. Recruitment projections for this year were unmet for the first time since 1999.
A candy crash this morning after Halloween sugar high. As Caplin, Jillian Sylvie, Cruz reports with the pandemic way in the past. The only masks around were on costumes.
After the pandemic struck in 2020, many trick-or-treaters lost the interest of Halloween. Now, 3 years later, Halloween festivities are back on the rise. According to the National Retail Federation, a record number of 73% of people will participate in Halloween-related activities this year, up from 69% in 2022.
Halloween is a form of expression where everyone can be what they're not, right? It's the one time a year that you actually get to enjoy being something that you think about or just feel. So I think that is the best part of Halloween. I think we all should have our one time to let it out and just enjoy it. So Halloween to me is amazing.
This neighborhood near 45th Street and 162nd Avenue celebrates every year for the kids and teens in passing looking for a sweet treat.
So I do it every year, and I like dressing up because I get to be whatever I want. I could do something with my friends, or I could do something by myself. And it's just fun to go trick-or-treating, and like, it's a time of year that we could just go to all the houses that are giving out candy and just take it.
These neighbors, such as Rocky Rodriguez, has already noticed a rise in trick-or-treaters from the past COVID years.
Since COVID, there's absolutely been a downstream, but it's been picking up. As you can tell around here, it ain't stopping.
This year, people flocked back to their regular celebration, showing why Halloween is the second most celebrated festival in the United States of America. I'm Jillian Cruz for Caplin News.
A 1980 American boy band makes a comeback with an upcoming tour.
That's still ahead, and so is this story.
We don't cry about it, we celebrate it.
Nosotros no la lloramos, nosotros la celebramos.
The ghosts and goblins are gone, but today's Mexican holiday is all about the human experience. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
Severe weather can strike anytime, anywhere, but there's a simple way to stay safe. Hey, Jim Cantori here. I stay safe in dangerous weather by planning ahead. You can stay safe too with a few easy steps. Build an inexpensive kit with supplies for your family's needs. Write down important information like phone numbers and medications. Always talk with your family, and remember any pets in your planning. Be ready, be safe. Start your plan today at ready.gov/plan.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
You gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's what white people think. You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
If you're buzzed and doing this, to make yourself feel okay to drive,
ZWX.
you're not okay to drive.
YGKLVW. Regular you.
celebrating the dead with smiling skull and colorful accessories. Halloween may be over, but today is the Day of the Dead, and one city in South Florida showcased the celebration.
Caplin News reporter Valentina Gaspari has the scoop on this Mexican holiday.
The Consulate General Mexico and the City of Coral Gables hosted their annual Day of the Dead celebration. This historic Mexican event showcases the heritage of remembering ancestors along with some trick-or-treat festivities.
There's a lot of family here, it's all about meeting new people and also connecting in things that we've lost. It's all about connection, really, just connection and love.
From tacos to skull faces, the importance of this Mexican holiday is an opportunity to be reunited again with deceased relatives. Guests at the Dia de los Muertos event learned more about this Mexican culture by watching live performances and award-winning contests.
Well, the competition for Katrina, like this kind of dress, it is exciting because everybody participating. I've seen different nationalities, not just from Mexico, but everybody is very happy to participate and come in here and enjoy. Well, this is awesome. As you see, there's a lot of Latin multicultural here in Miami, such as Mexican Consulate is one of the sponsors to promote the Day of the Dead.
Not only can you dance the night away with Mexican folklore, but you can also shop locally and discover all of the Day of the Dead traditions.
Pues nos llena de orgullo.
It fills us with pride, and it demonstrates what little bit of our roots and culture is, and above all, the importance of celebrating the dead for us. We don't cry about it, we celebrate it.
Nosotros no la lloramos, nosotros la celebramos.
This family and dog-friendly event is free for all ages and is hosted every year. As you can see, you can enjoy the Mexican foods, dances, and costumes to learn more about this Mexican holiday. So, Feliz Dia de los Muertos! From Coral Gables, I'm Valentina Gaspari reporting for Caplin News.
The New Kids on the Block are coming back this summer with some special guests. The boys band 2024 Magic Summer Tour is a nod to their second ever tour back in 1990. This time around, they will be joined by Paula Abdul and DJ Jazzy Jeff. This tour will run down for 3 months starting on June 14th. Pre-sales begin Wednesday, and they will be coming to West Palm July 20th, 2024. You're watching Newsbreak, and we're coming back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Every day,
Millions of people are connecting
and even though we're overcoming obstacles,
Watching each other's backs,
and banding together.
we should still make an effort
We should still make an effort.
to get to know each other.
On a deeper level.
Father,
Cosplayer,
Mentor.
actor.
it's time we take a step forward
It's time we take a step forward.
come together,
and discover
How accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Kelly Sanchez.
I'm Job Charles. Get more news anytime at caplinnews.fiu.edu.